we've got a double perspective children's series, okay? So the book, it comes like, hold on. Babe, you're supposed to be moderating. Hurry up, we need 5 private jets today. I'm serious. I love you too. So the book, can you do me a favor when you have a moment? Can you please grab me my Nutella, a bottle of water, and wet my beauty blender? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so the book, this is my Bible. You guys, just for example, say this is the children's book, right? It has one story here, and then it literally says, flip to the other side for a different perspective. And you flip the book like this, and it has a perspective of another one of the characters from the original book on the other side, and then you go through the book like this. Isn't that dope? So the book is offering real life lessons to our children that I don't think have ever been communicated so well and so intelligently and so proactively. You know, I really think it's a fantastic idea. It's a book, a series of children's books that are created specifically for the purpose of, look at Weston's toys in my bag. For the purpose of offering perspective and encouraging our children to consider perspective other than their own. And not only to consider that there is perspective other than our own, but to, you know, just to be aware of it. You know what I mean? When we're a kid, we see things just as we see them. And unless we really have a lot of social development, it takes us a while to get to that space where we see them from other perspectives. We only see them through our own eyes, you know, at first. That's elementary, that's basic levels of understanding. We don't really, you know, we're not really born with the ability to be like, well, mom feels this way, dad feels this way, I'm the baby and I feel this way. Those are lessons that we learn. Why not take it a step further and teach those lessons? You know, we're used to learning those lessons naturally. Think about it this way. Bam, bam, battery ram. That's right, Florida. Think about it this way. If I'm breastfeeding my son and he bites me in the nipple, this is a true story. Yesterday, Xavier saw it. I'm breastfeeding my child, which thank you God for giving me the ability to be a healthy young mother who can feed her child and sustain, you know, milk production and birth and live through those processes. Thank you. We are not in 1920 whatever when women died giving birth. But my son, I'm nursing him and he's so happy. He's like warm and like wrapped up in the blanket and just his little face is out and he's like squeezing my boob and like digging his nails in, and he grabs down on my nipple with his gum and turns his face. And I'm like, gah! But I didn't like react because he's my baby, you know, whatever, but it hurt. Now, a baby is not innately programmed with the ability to consider that what he's doing is causing his mother physical pain. He doesn't know. The milk was probably coming out slow on that side, or, you know, he was impatient or whatever was going on. He only sees things from his own little baby eyes, you know? So the point I'm making is, no, he doesn't have teeth yet. It's just gum still. Yeah. So I was okay. Thank God, you know, but he is starting now in his fourth month, to be able to read facial expressions, you guys. It's phenomenal. It's so amazing to see. I have 4 children. It never gets old. Thank you for the hearts. Keep them coming. I have 4 children. It never gets old to see your child, and any child for that matter, learn and grow. I love seeing that in others. I love seeing that in myself. I hope to see it in you all. But he's starting to read facial expressions. Thank you for the love. So when I go like this, oh gosh, he stopped biting, and that doesn't mean he's forever learned that facial expression, but he's taking it in with his senses, his eyes, he feels, he smells, he hears, just like all of us. And so that's how we learn. We learn from interpreting the senses and the stimulus all around us. So these books that Gary Vee created, it would be like my son's perspective. I was eating milk, I was drinking milk, and the milk was coming out so slow. And then the mom's perspective, I was feeding my son, and all of a sudden there was a really sharp pain. And offering, obviously that's not going to be in the children's book, but you can see what I'm saying. Those perspectives, they teach children at an earlier age now. If we read our children these books at age 4 years old, 5 years old, they're teaching lessons of empathy, compassion, awareness, perception that we never got. I've never seen a book like that. I can tell you this. I was not formally coached. Please block Beth 70 Boop. Block Beth 70 Boop and block. I got it. Hold on, you guys. I'll be right back. Hold on. Are you in yet, Xavier?
What's your TikTok name?
It's Heather Gillespie. You guys, what's my TikTok name? You guys? Oh, thank you so much, Dee. I appreciate that. You guys, what's my TikTok name? So Xavier can, pineapples. So Xavier can, log in. Do you guys know my TikTok name? It's in the top corner. It says Heather Gillespie. Heather Gillespie. Did you find it?
I'm looking for it.
Okay. It's a picture of me with sunglasses on. No, Senza is my ghostwriting name, JM. Oh, it's coco.chanel.ysl. No, I don't spell it with CHANEL. I spell it CHANELLE when I use Coco Chanel. They're saying lies, I believe. Coco Chanel YSL. Oh yeah, okay, so coco.chanel.ysl.
It says no results found.
It says no results found, you guys. It's not that. Why are you guys lying? That's so rude. Coco Chanel YSL is my GoPro solo name. Is it HGV Law now? You did, Kayla? I'm trying to trust you. Because if I click on it, it's going to end my live. Jenny Lynn said it's coco.chanel.ysl. He can search you up by Heather Gillespie, Coffee Glitter said. Dee said it's coco.chanel.ysl, and so does the Littles. Can I see your phone? Or let me look for my backup phone. Where's my backup phone? Oh, here it is. So you guys, I'm trying to get a private jet. 5 private jets today. 5 private jets. Xavier's learning how to moderate, which is going to be fantastic for our cause. For anyone who doesn't know what GoPro Solo is a place where I traditionally and historically have been posting my modeling, statement modeling, lingerie modeling, fashion modeling, ethical, perspective modeling, and also products and services from others. So like and pages and influencers. So like there's a producer called Surthy Cooks. She goes around to these places and she cooks huge meals, and she does so in like traditional, I don't know where she's from. I don't know if it's like Pakistan or like if she's more in like traditional Arabic, like the religious kind of style of like wraps and stuff. She wears some sort of ethnic Middle Eastern fashion mixed with really heavy glam, full glam makeup, and then she cooks these elaborate meals and she passes them out in third world or impoverished communities. So she's like a perfect example of an ethical influencer that I like to support through the GoPro Solo. GoPro Solo, the goal is to get it as a nonprofit where we're actually hosting fundraising events and, things of that nature so that we can continue to pour money into ethical creators. That is my goal, and that has been the evolution of GoPro Solo. And by ethical creators, I mean people who are, and I'm not here to poop on anyone or hate on anyone's, brand or image. I had a real problem with people bathing in food and spending thousands of dollars on Orby beads when I was watching firsthand at street level so many people struggle. I had a real problem with it. I did it in the beginning. In the beginning of my influencer career, I thought it was hilarious. I was like, oh, that was so funny. We should do that, We should bathe in Orbeez too, But then, I was humbled and I was thrown outside of my normal element, and I was separated from my family and forced to exist in a space of homelessness and very little to no budget at some times. And I realized that we should not be spending our money and time, frivolously purchasing and destroying food, objects, items, money, etc. So GoPro Solo is this creator platform that I created to be a nonprofit, specifically to encourage ethical creators. And I think that is how I affect and disrupt to scale. What that means is like, listen, if I can fundraise, obviously I need to come first. Me and my children need to have stability first, and that's why I always keep myself as a part of the conversation. I don't want you guys to ever think I'm being fake or phony or better than anyone or anything like that. I like to keep it real and be transparent. But at the end of the day, if I can support a creator or find funding that goes to a creator who is going to use that money to feed 100 kids and make content from that, I feel like it's a better cause and a better spend of money and time and energy and effort than to invest in someone who's going to buy $1,000 worth of clothing and do a get ready with me. You feel what I'm saying with that? You guys get it? So I'm not saying creators should not have their own get ready with me platforms or makeup trying on or etc. and so forth. I'm not against it. I'm not a hater on it. I'm not any of that. If you can afford it and it's your lifestyle, fantastic, go for it. But we also need to balance out the internet because it's been filled with a lot of, real garbage, to be truthful. Have you guys seen that platform called WorldStar? Did you guys know that there are people who really want to be on that thing? God, I'm not kidding. They say like, WorldStar, bitch, or something like that. It's crazy. These people, they want to be on there. I kid you not. They like that. I don't like that, very much. I think that, everyone has their niche and their brand and their this and their that, but I just want to be a part of supporting positive, feel-good, heartwarming messages and situations and, things of that nature. Let's see what you guys are saying. We would rather hear and see X. Well, then you know what you should do? Just keep scrolling past my page. That's all. It's very simple. Boop, 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 boop.
Who said that?
Oh, look, it's Heather. Boop. Don't like her. Look, boop. Oh, it's Heather. Boop. You know what I mean? It's very simple. Just boop. Right out of here if you don't like me. Nobody is paying you to be here, so I highly suggest you leave if you don't like me. How does that sound? Apple up. Oh no, Apple user will block you. Boop. Confirm. Noel, my son is in protective custody because I was homeless when he was born, and that's all I'm permitted legally to say about the entire case. Please don't ask any more, Noel, because I told you the truth and I can't say anything more than that. Penny will block you. Private jets in love, 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 private jets in love. Thank you so much for asking, Lori Glenn. No, we have not had any news. One of the shelter staff came by this morning and said that we're definitely not going to be thrown back outside ever again. Thank God. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. But they are not sure. We might stay here. We might move. We don't know. As you guys know, when we got here, we were promised that this would be the last stop before getting keys to our very own apartment or townhome. And we literally watched this place was, I believe, 100 beds. Is it 100 beds, babe?
Yeah.
100 bed space. And I would say my best guess would be approximately 80% of the people who were here when we arrived already got their apartments. So we are still praying and praying. They did start accepting new people into here, which is weird. And I guess they got their funding back. So that's great. Hopefully we get to stay until we get our apartment. We have absolutely no reliable news to share. But yeah, I'm just gonna do makeup while I talk just because I want to just keep this as a really open conversation forum for as many positive, impactful, and insightful contributions that I can manage. So I have 4 children, and I try really hard to not allow people or to mitigate the conversation, to keep it PG-13, because I want my children to feel as though their mother is making a positive impact with her audience. I want my children to know that their mother is working on spreading a message that is helpful, that is insightful, that is thoughtful, and that at the end of the day, their mother is 100% committed to being the best mother to them and to anyone who comes here. I want to be supportive, but I also want to be real. I want to be nice, but I also don't want to be bullied. Right? Does that make sense? I want to spread ideas of compassion. I also want to teach people that you don't have to be in a virtual space that you don't like. One of the most tremendous parts of the virtual space is that there is so much content. There is so much. There are so many creators. There are so many people talking about various subjects. You don't have to be here if you don't want to. Pineapples. Any news on shelter? Lori, yeah, I addressed that. There's more messages. There's 100. Does your son, hold on, I already blocked this person like 10 times. I don't know how they keep coming back. Xavier, are you signed in so you could start moderating, please?
You said I could do it on your phone.
No, there's no TikTok account on that phone for you to log into, unless you're gonna log into yours.
I could use Google account.
Hold on one second. I just have to keep blocking all these people that are intentionally making things difficult. It would really be helpful if I had a moderator. And you literally are already logged in on your phone. Thank you so much.
No, but
If you could just help me with the What's Your Impact campaign, that would be fantastic. I feel like, you know, it would be a great goal for both of us, especially considering that we are in a space right now where we're completely dependent upon the assistance of others for food and shelter, et cetera, and so forth. If we're giving back in the way that we can, which is to spread uplifting and positive, you know, contagious energy, I think that we are doing, you know, something good.
can I turn this fan off because the air is
No.
on?
Yeah, I understand. You've asked now like 10 times and I said no every single time, remember? I want to interact with the audience. It's just that I literally have to stay on soft focus when the audience becomes abusive. Private jets and love, private jets and love, private jets and love, please. So yes, back to what I was saying. Gary Vee has come out with a series of children's books that, you know, it's sad to say this, but I know that there are no babies in my audience here. There are no 4 to 8 year olds probably. And these are lessons that it seems like a lot of people, grown-ups, unfortunately, should have access to. It's really sad. We're supposed to be nice and compassionate and kind and understanding. We're supposed to be morally conscious of the impact that we're having on the world. Who says this? Who says this is, you know, the rule? I do. And I'm the mom here. I have 4 children. So if the entire world spent their time, you know, teaching lessons like this, can you imagine what the balance would look like? I truly believe, personally, that suffering is not a requirement of the human experience. I just believe that firmly, that no one needs to suffer in order to make the world a better place. It doesn't need to happen. No one needs to suffer. No one. So when you jump on to the internet, remember that. Remember that. You can contribute something that's helpful. You can contribute something that's positive, that's uplifting, that's kind, that's compassionate, that's insightful, that's intelligent. Or you can contribute something that is mean and nasty and rude and antagonizing and et cetera and so forth. Let's as an adult, as a group of adults, let's make a list. Let's make a list of all of the feeling words associated with positive feelings, good feelings, feelings that we strive to feel. What's someone throw one out there? What's a positive feeling word? Happiness, joy, support. Thanks, babe. Thank you so much. Thank you. Kindness, warmth, compassion, integrity. I said support, right? What else? Validating, optimistic, grateful. What else? Trustworthy, loyal. All these words fill my heart with warmth. What else? Consideration. What else? Love, patience, prosperity, abundance. What else? Now, if the contribution that you personally are able to make to the group is not any one of those things, do it in a DM. Do it in a DM. Send me a DM. I'm going to volunteer to allow you I just got done talking about all these positive feelings, and TikTok sent me something that said your subject matter is that would make people uncomfortable. That's so funny. Anyways, do it in a DM. If you're rude and ignorant, just that way it can be filtered out and you don't have to expose the rest of the group to it. How does that sound? What else? I just feel, you guys, like, let's talk about what TikTok looks like and who is being supported. You put up a photo of Trump, you put up a photo of Biden, you sit in front of the camera and go, well, this, and you're not even making audible sense, and you're getting a bunch of hearts, and you're getting promoted, and your page is getting a bunch of follows, and you're getting a bunch of live audience and attention. What for?
Scramble.
What is the impact? Then you have pages that are bathing in ramen or standing on one of those machines that jiggles your entire body, right? And they're getting a following into the thousands. What the heck? Why? You know? And I'm guilty of it too. I'm like, scroll. What the heck is going on here? All right. Send them some love. Scroll. It's wild. It's a beautiful 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. I'll sing a song if you guys want.
Happy 4th of July, Lana
My
Del Rey.
country, 'tis of the sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my, how does it go? From every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Happy 4th of July, Lana Del Rey.
Ding,
Happy 4th
ding.
of July, Axl Rose. Happy 4th of July, Dolly Parton. Happy 4th of July, Nikki Hilton.
Shout out to everyone that Xavier just named. Happy 4th of July to everyone that he did not name. I will say another one. It goes like this. Nope, that's a religious song. It goes like this. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility,
Happy 4th of
provide
July.
for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. Does anyone know what that is? Who knows what that is? Who knows what that was? Coffee Glitter, do you know what song that was? Paisano, do you know what song I just sang?
Happy 4th of July.
Come on, no one in my audience knows what song I just sang? No one.
Happy 4th of July, Marilyn Monroe.
You guys, stop. I'm gonna have to sing it again. Battery Ram, Grandma Knows. You guys, you don't know what that song is? Everyone has to go back to 8th grade. Everyone's going back to 8th grade. I'm going to say it rather than sing it. We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. What is that? What is it? No, it's not the Gettysburg Address, Florida.
Preamble.
Yes, yay! Dee got it. The preamble at the same time that Xavier said it. Woohoo! I knew you guys were smart.
I saw
Smarty pantses.
I said it a fraction of a second
Happy 4th of July. Who has plans for 4th? What do you guys usually do? What do you guys usually do for the 4th of July? Welcome, Canada. Private jets, 5 private jets. Private jets, 5 private jets. For 4th of July, my entire life, I always get my kids dressed in matching red, white, and blue outfits. We go find the most impressive fireworks display that we can. And then we changed that in recent years, and we started just doing like family, private fireworks instead of going to, because it just became so much, you guys. Number one, it's dark out there, and there's like 1,000 people, and I'm the type of mother that my children would refer to as a smother. My children are not allowed to go outside by themselves. My children are not allowed to go to the park by themselves. My children were not allowed to do pretty much anything by themselves. Everything that I did, it was with all 3 of my children, or we were all inside together. Like, if it was the park, we all went to the park. If it was grocery shopping, we all went grocery shopping. Even playing in the backyard, I would have like the back door open, and I would have to be cleaning in the kitchen for me to allow them to play in the backyard by themselves. And I'm talking when they were older, like 13, 12, 14. I'm a smother. If my kids don't answer, I call them over and over and over again. That's how I've always been. That's how I will always be. It's my own personal favorite style of parenting. But I think it also has to do with some trauma from childhood, because I wanted to be more with my mother. My mother worked 6 days a week, and she could not afford to give us more attention than she could, or time than she could. So I feel like because I wanted more, I'm here to give it all to my children. You know what I mean? Weston is 4 months old, and they wrote in my hospital discharge paperwork, the mother refused to put the child down. Well, what the heck, Who wants a mother that puts her child down? I waited 9 months to meet you. You've been jamming your feet into my rib cage for the past 9 months. I don't want to put you down. I love you. That's how I was with all my kids. That's how I'll always be. What are you guys doing for 4th of July? Work ethic I did actually. So for anyone who's wondering about my work ethic, I have a phenomenal work ethic. Right now, TikTok is part of my job, and look, I showed up. TikTok paid me $11 last week, okay? For no reason, just for showing up. So shout out to TikTok for those $11 coming in clutch. That was shampoo and conditioner, some other need that I needed. But with regards to my work history, I worked in pretty much most of the area hospitals in the city of Chicago, including 6 years right downtown, a few blocks from where we are now at Northwestern Hospital. Shout out to Northwestern, one of the best, in my opinion, healthcare systems in the state of Illinois. Love them. Love everything about them. They do overwork their employees, or they did while I was there, is my only complaint. But that's also not true. That's a matter of perspective as well, because for me, I was overworked, but there were definitely assistants there who were only taking care of one doctor, and who were doing so just by the skin of their teeth. Have you guys ever heard that expression? By the skin of their teeth? You don't have skin on your teeth, right? So they were just doing the basic, to just get by, get their paycheck, and go home. So it is possible to work for a Northwestern and do that, but I guess it's a Heather thing that I am not capable of doing that. Anything I do, I really do it, So anyhow, I worked there as an administrator for the departments of endocrinology and rheumatology. But I'm not too proud for any type of work. I worked in factories through temporary agencies. I worked my entire pregnancies with my other children. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and I was able to do it a little bit. As I said, I would work through temporary agencies and factories. Have you guys ever worked in a factory? Hit the heart button for everyone who's working in a factory today. Heart, 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 heart. Hit the heart button. Give it some likes, give it some love for every person who is working in a factory today and other days. For every person who works manual labor. For all the construction workers who keep our streets paved and nice and prevent our cars from getting potholes. Give them all some love. Shout out to everyone doing the jobs that most people don't want to do. Shout out to them. Shout out to the people who are waking up every single morning and going into work at jobs that they don't like so that they can support their families. Shout out to them. Shout out to the people who are going to jobs who they don't like because as a society we have a need for that service. Shout out to them. Tons of love to everyone today for all of our input, for all of our contributions to society. I appreciate you all.
Shout out to the band Sublime.
Xavier wants to give a special shout out to the band Sublime.
And Led Zeppelin.
And also Led Zeppelin.
Def Leppard.
And Def Leppard. I'm going to save my shout outs for everyone who is working in hospitality, working in a factory, working in any one of the shelter systems, for the doctors that keep us healthy, for everyone who is selflessly going and taking care of business today and every day. Shout out to the TikTokers, the Instagrammers, the interrupters, the disruptors, the people who are saying, no, I will not bathe in ramen noodles. I will use those ramen noodles to cook 100 meals and pass them out to the people who need them the most. Shout out to the refugees. I see you, I hear you, I feel you. I hope that we come up with some solutions for everyone soon. Shout out to the veterans of the United States of America. Shout out to everyone who has been through anything adverse or painful. Shout out to the rich people. What's up, guys? If you are rich, what up? Send a private jet, please. 5 private jets is the goal. 5 private jets. Right here, you see? 5 private jets we want. We want 5 private jets, please. 5 private jets. We've got housing situations for all. Everyone needs housing. We've got food situations for all. Everyone deserves delicious food. 5 private jets. 5 private jets. So for my under eye, I'm going to be setting with a Morphe setting powder. We're going to be using the Mini Bacon Set Brightening Pink mixed with the Mini Bacon Set Translucent. And I'll be using the translucent to really highlight the chin bone. And I'll be using the pink to really make the under eye pop. Thank you. What else? Private Jets in Love. Private Jets in Love. Back to Gary V's book. Gary Vaynerchuk. Surthy Cooks. Who are some other ethical influencers? What do I mean? What do I mean when I say ethical influencers? Anyone know in the comments? Ethical influencers? Anyone know? What's going on in the comments? What's going on? Ethical influencers? Thank you. I try to be an ethical influencer. Thank you for that. Thank you for noticing. Thank you so much. By ethical influencer, I mean, yes, you can still create content that is compelling, entertaining, funny, pretty, fashion forward, and, conscious of the way we look. But what are you doing with your budget? What are you doing with your budget? What are you doing? Are you feeding anyone? Are you housing anyone? Are you creating policy? Are you spreading positivity? Are you teaching anyone? It's all good to have fun and go out and, associate ourselves with experience that we've never had before, and food and, expensive little trendy items and all of that. That's fantastic. But we also need to, try to balance that out with some ethically sound and conscious content. I want to tell you guys a story that's rated PG-13. Well, this one might be actually NC-17. Is that the word, NC? Do we have anyone in the room that's under 17 years old? If you're under 17 years old, press the heart button. I want to see who's in here. How old are you guys? Drop your ages in the comments. Drop your ages in the comments. Ages in the comments. How old are you guys? How old are you guys? Private jets, you guys. We're looking for 5 private jets today, please. 5 private jets. We haven't gotten any yet. 5 private jets, please. That's our goal. 5 private jets. 5 private jets for storage. 5 private jets for storage. That's our goal. 5 private jets for storage. So if you are under 17 years old this morning, I'm going to ask you to excuse yourself. I love you kids, but you're not allowed to hear this story. Please excuse yourself if you're under 17 years old. I'm going to share a story that's only for 17 and up. What was the subject I was about to talk about? When I asked
you were going to tell a story.
About what though? What was the story about? Do you guys remember what the story was going to be about? Oh yes, I remember. This is a serious convo, okay? This is a serious topic that I want to discuss with you guys. If you're under 17, please excuse yourself. Come back in 10 minutes. If you're under 17, come back in 10 minutes. So, I want to talk about a demographic of people that we don't hear from, not because, not for any one reason actually. A lot of them are not talking, many because they're embarrassed, many because they feel like it won't do any good, and many because they're being silenced. But we're also not hearing from them because we're not listening for them. I want to talk about an exploited group of people who come into this country, are born in this country. Hold on. They're asking me to verify. Okay, we're all good. I want to talk about this group of people who is so heavily exploited because either they come into this country poor, they're born into this country poor, they lose their jobs and they become poor, they don't have a lot of family support. Maybe they are victims of some sort of crimes. There are many reasons why a person can fall into this category, and that's who this is for. I want to advocate for them for a minute. I want to talk about how we live in a world that is so evolved technologically that there are people who don't have enough food or shelter. If you don't have food or shelter, it means that you are, in a certain perspective, powerless to a lot of things that go on around you. If you are being abused, if you are being exploited, if you are being pressured in any way to participate in anything that you don't feel morally, ethically is acceptable, but your only choice is to participate in said behavior or be poor, be alone, be unfed, be unhoused, be unclothed. This group of people, this demographic, the most easy to exploit, they need our help. 5 private jets, please, you guys. 5 private jets. We need income earning opportunities, and this is what I was talking about 5 years ago when I said bridge the gap and I started the GoPro solo campaign. I started it in the office of Alyssa, one of my girlfriends, Alyssa. Her mom's house, they had an office. I had just had all of the drama of being a victim of domestic violence, and I had nowhere to live. I had always had my own apartment, my own house. I was terrified. I had nowhere to go. I lived in the office room. Shout out to Alyssa and her mom. I love you guys. I love you guys. Alyssa and her mom. Alyssa Katurba and her mom. Shout out. Let me get some hearts for Alyssa's mom who's in remission. Hearts for Alyssa's mom who's in remission. You guys, love for Alyssa's mom. She's in remission. No one's sending love. That's so rude. I'm not going to talk anymore until you guys send love for Alyssa's mom. I think it's so rude. Like for Alyssa's mom. Thank you. A little more would be great.
I don't think they know who that is.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. If you hear someone's in remission, you send love. Love to everyone who's in remission, specifically Alyssa's mom. You guys, hit the heart, hit the like, please. Good vibes for Alyssa's mom and everyone in remission. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Like for everyone who's in remission. Like, love, love, love. Private jets, we need 5. 5 private jets. 5 private jets. Woo, more love. We love that. So anyways.
We need 5 Dolly Pardons.
I started this campaign to discuss bridging the gaps in socioeconomic class and allowing more opportunity for people who exist in this most exploited demographic, the demographic of people who feel as though their only chance at life is engaging in behaviors that... What is that? We got a gift! We got 2 gifts! Fantastic! Thank you guys so much.
Really?
2 gifts. We love that. We love to see that. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Who was that?
Thank you.
Yes, a round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yay!
We appreciate
Woo! Okay. But from that office space, I had a blow-up mattress and I had a bag of clothes. That's what I had. I had nothing more. I was terrified. I had just, for the first time in my entire life, been separated from my children. I'm not a mom who goes on vacations. My vacation was the 2 nights a week that my kids spent over at their dad's house. That was my vacation. I didn't spend extended periods of time away from my family. And now I found myself for the first time in my life in a space where I couldn't bring my kids with me. I had nowhere to live. They had to stay with their dad. I didn't know what to do. Another gift? Another gift? D is sending gifts. Thank you to D for the gifts. We love this. We love this.
Thank you.
So from that office space, shout out to Alyssa, shout out to her mom, shout out to Alyssa. Woo, roses, yes. We love roses. We love that. Yes. Yes. Yes, we love that. Thank you so much.
I thought you were going to do makeup.
I am doing my makeup. From that space, we sat in this tiny little office area, and I thought to myself, I don't want to do webcam work anymore in lingerie. I want to wear a well-fit suit. That's what I said to myself. I want to wear a well-tailored, expensive suit. And then I said to myself, well, Heather, if you have the money for a well-tailored, expensive suit, then why don't you donate it? So what, I'm just not supposed to have anything nice in life? I'm just supposed to struggle forever? No, you're not supposed to struggle forever. So what's the perfect balance? How do we create spaces that are safe to exist, that are income generating? How do we save the most exploited demographic of our population from having to participate in types of work such as sex work? There was a huge sex work campaign, and I need to talk quickly because I told my 17-year-olds and younger that they could come back in 10 minutes. It's been 5, so I need to hurry. So if you send a gift during this time, I won't thank you until after the 5 minutes are up. Sex work started a huge campaign. They said, sex work is work too. We want it to be legalized, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here saying, why? You know, why would anyone want that to be their job? And the answer is because that's the only job that they can get. That's the answer. I promise you, if someone could get paid that same amount to not do that, to not do anything that's exploitative, to not do anything that requires them to be vulnerable with a stranger, if they had any other opportunities, they would take them. they would take them. And if they wouldn't, then we need to submit them to some sort of therapeutic program for rehabilitation, because they have been so objectified by society that they believe that that is their calling, I guess. Everyone who I've spoken to who says that they appreciate and agree that that line of work is valid and that it should be legalized, every one of them, they're only doing it because it's their only option. And by saying that, it allows them to feel like they're in control of their circumstances, when inside they are spinning out of control. They want nothing to do with it. If anyone were to walk up to them and say, hey, guess what? You never have to work again, but I can guarantee you the same quality of life, 100% of them would not do it anymore. Now people say, Heather, all work is exploitive. All work is exploitive. If someone makes you sit at a desk and type all day, that's exploitive. That's exploitative, use of your time, that's slave labor, blah, blah, blah. It's not the same. It's not the same. Please don't try to make it the same argument. It's not the same. It's not. We need to support this most exploited group, because this most exploited group is the group that has no choice but to say yes to certain things, or they get put outside like an animal. This most exploited group, they need us. They need our advocacy. They need our protection. They need our love. And so when we demonize and weaponize and make, technology the target of our anger and propaganda, and say tech is bad and this and that, we need to also understand the amount of exposure, the amount of protection, the amount of opportunity it's creating for people functioning in that most exploited demographic. And now here's something. There are rich people who are also being exploited. They exist. There are housewives who are sitting at home who their husbands are so controlling, they're not even allowed to have a TikTok. Can you imagine? It all exists. It all exists. And my heart goes out to everyone, love for everyone, compassion for everyone, a way for everyone. The one and only solution to all of this? If you know me, you know what I'm going to say. If you know me, you know what I'm going to say. Private jets, you guys, we need 5 private jets. If you know me, you know what I'm going to say. What's the answer to every amount of exploitation? Think about it. Universal income. Yes. Round of applause for universal income, Xavier. Universal income. Universal income, you guys. Universal income. Universal income. That is the answer. Universal income. If you have money and you can't get away, guess what? Now you can. If you have money and you have nowhere to live, guess what? Now you do. If you have money and someone is beating you up, guess what? You can get on that plane. You can fly away. You could start a new life. And I realize that that's not always the answer, but it is the answer. It is the answer. Universal income. I realize there are problems that money can't solve, but it can solve them. It can solve them. Because you know why? You want to know why? I'll tell you. If you can't afford, or intelligence-wise, you can't think of your own solution, guess what? You could pay someone who can. Yes, you can. If you have the money, you can pay someone to do it for you if you don't know how, right? If you have the money, you can solve any problem. Universal and basic income is the answer. So I'm going to steer the conversation away from this highly exploited group, this demographic of people who are forced into committing illegal acts, or, moral and ethically, vile acts of survival, who are being forced into participating or brainwashed into participating in things such as, sex changes and things of that nature. I'm not against the LGBTQ community. I'm all for it. I support you and I send you my love. But I am here to tell you that I know for a fact 90% or more of you, and I'm just throwing that number out there based on who I know, have been severely abused. And I'm not asking you to not love who you love. Love who you love. I'm asking you to not cut off your genitalia. I'm asking you to love yourself first. I'm asking you to do that, to love yourself first. That's what I'm asking of you, to love yourself first. Love whoever you want, but start with yourself, right? Okay, so we'll switch the conversation back to something more lighthearted if you guys want. What's going on in the comments? Holy shit. Ha ha ha. That's not true. Oh, what was the story? We know you love yourself. Do you love yourself? I do love myself. I love myself, but that doesn't mean that I don't think I have room for improvements. I know I'm not perfect. You know why? Because I'm not a robot. I am not a robot. I'm a human. I know that was, my daughter is in my ear right now. Mom, that was so cringe. Oh my God, don't do that on TikTok. I'm a human. News flash, humans are flawed. So you guys, all I'm saying is it's the 4th of July. Our country 'tis of the sweet land of liberty. 5 private jets, you guys. We need 5. Right up there. 5 private jets, please. 5 private jets. We need 5. 5 private jets, please. 5 private jets. I love you guys. Shout out to Alyssa and her mom. Shout out to Alyssa and her mom. I hope you guys are doing well. Shout out to my children. I love you guys so much. Vivi, Lewis, Alexis, Weston. Mommy loves you so much. Shout out to Equitable Solutions. Shout out to Equitable Solutions. You guys, go over to the Equitable Solutions website if you have not done so already and make a donation. They are housing people all around. If you care about others or you want to give back in any way, go over to the Equitable Solutions website and donate to them. Or send me a private jet. I love you guys so much. What else are we talking about? So we've discussed Gary Vaynerchuk, his book, Day Trading Attention. And he also has a line of children's books that are available for pre-sale or pre-order through Amazon. I saw them. I've also posted about them on my Instagram. They are children's books that offer a double perspective to stuff. So the characters, you follow the character through the story. Say it's a character of, a storyline of 3 characters. The first time you read the book, you're following the narration and perspective of, let's say, the pig. There was a pig, an eagle, and I believe an elephant or something like that on the first book that I saw. So the little piggy is the one that's giving the first perspective, and you follow the, as if you're the little piggy, you're reading from the little piggy's perspective. And then the other side, when you flip it over, is the eagle's perspective. And they're telling the same story, and they're sharing the same insight from their own eyes. And I think, and this line of books is geared towards and targeted towards children from ages 4 to 8. Gosh, I'm sitting with a humpback. A humpback. I said humpback. Anyways, this line of reading is geared towards children ages 4 to 8 years old. And like I said, judging from some of my comments, I love you guys, but we've got to do better in here. Some of the adults in the room can use this lesson in perspective as well. There are 2 sides to every story, and in most stories there are more like 100 sides. So let's keep that, into consideration here. Shout out to Gary V for all the work you're doing. Is Gary V all right, you guys? Can someone check on Gary V? Can we get a Gary V check? I saw some content going up and he looked real, rough. Let's check on Gary V, please. Someone in the comments. What else is going on? What happened to D-Rock, Gary? What happened to D-Rock? D-Rock was Gary V's, assistant, producer, and camera person. What happened to him? Anyone know? So yeah, we've got Gary V's new book, Day Trading Attention. We've got the little piggy and the eagle and their perspective and all of the story sides. I think it's a great idea. I think it's phenomenal. I think that it is going to really help our children and our youth learn about perspective. These are parts of education that we traditionally have left out of American, education. We don't really talk about it. We don't really teach it in schools. I've never learned about it. I don't remember ever taking a class on the importance of perception. Maybe way later, maybe in college, maybe in college in psychology classes, we started to really dive into perspective and other people's opinions and, feelings and complex feelings and feelings outside of the normal happy, angry, sad, superficial, basic level feeling sets. Private jets, you guys, we still need 5. Thank you to all the gifters. Shout out to all the gifters. We love you. Thank you so much. I don't know how to pin people. I'm looking for moderation. I know Xavier could learn how to make this work and we could be a team that makes money from TikTok, but he seems disinterested. Is there anyone who wants to be a full-time moderator? If you guys are interested in being a full-time moderator, and by full-time I mean like twice a week probably for a couple of hours, I want one person to do it who I can trust. The last moderator was rumored to be blocking the gifters. So we don't want that. We want a moderator who's going to moderate the conversation, who's not going to allow any sort of offensive conversation topics. Send it in the DM. Babe.
So you're just going to trust someone on TikTok?
I want to trust you.
But use your device?
You're listening to Leonard Skinner and ignoring me.
Not Leonard Skinner. Dolly Parton.
Where is your device?
It's right here.
Well, why can't you do it from your device?
I'm waiting for a
Now he's listening to Dolly Parton. Shout out to Dolly Parton. I saw your new campaign. I think it's marvelous. I love it. Shout out to Dolly Parton. I love your new campaign. Love.
Shout out to Billy Idol.
Why?
Because I played Battle of the Bands at Eagle Valley High School in 2003 and opened up with Dancing with Myself. Opened up that show with Billy Idol. And I love his stuff from Gen X. When he was in a punk band in the 70s.
Got it. You know what I love? Nutella. I love Nutella. There was something else that was really important I want to discuss with you guys. Oh, I don't want to fearmonger you, but I'm going to tell you the truth and it might scare you, okay? We live in 2024. You cannot breathe, eat, fart, burp, make a purchase, go to the grocery store, fill up your tank with gas. There's nothing you can do in 2024 that is not trackable, traceable, and provable. Do you understand? You don't get away with anything in 2024. Nothing. You get away with nothing. Do you guys know how many cameras are in a television screen? Do you guys know that your phone has a camera in it? Do you guys know what biometrics means? Do you know what biometrics means? Hit the little heart if you know what biometrics are. Hit the little heart. Send some love, send some likes, send some love, send some likes, send some love, send some likes. Like. Biometrics. Who knows what biometrics are? Woo! Thank you for the love. 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 Who knows what biometrics are? Biometrics are scientific configurations through our camera lenses, pixelations of up close, small areas in our eyes, face, fingerprints, etc., and so forth. These are biometrics. These are identity proving technological advancements that make it impossible, unless you quite literally, wear some sort of protective covering over your eye holes and change your appearance dramatically. And I'm not talking with makeup. I'm talking with makeup, surgery, eye hole coverings. I think they are called contacts by you humans. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Eye hole coverings, fingerprint changers. There's no getting away with it anymore. We know, everyone knows who you are, who you people are. We know who each other are. And you know who knows? You know who knows more than me or you or all of us? Or the government or anyone? AI. You guys think AI stands for artificial intelligence. You know what it really stands for? Alien intelligence. Shh, don't tell anyone. Alien, artificial, whatever you want to call it, it's real. Okay, it exists and it's real, and they are knowing who we are before we get there, and they are knowing what we're doing, and they are examining. Have you guys heard of forensics? Forensics. You've heard of forensics, right? Forensics in its traditional sense, when you hear the word, you think about like maybe someone like cutting someone's body open after they've died, post-mortem, so that they can open up the body and examine the organs or what have you. Anyone Anyone heard of that? Well, there's also a less invasive physically form of forensics that is more invasive with regards to every other aspect of your life. Your bank statements, your internet use and search history, and there are people who are intentionally killing others because people were dead, and so they're making the world worse so that they can bring it back. Do you want to know what that means? I'll try to explain. For instance, when the kill team found me, I was a normal, prude, full-time working mother. I worked at Northwestern full-time. I had 3 children. I was very, very vanilla with regards to any sort of love-making. I was in committed relationships. I was, in the house with my kids and in my relationship. I probably went to maybe a realistic 20 birthday parties in my entire life. Maybe, okay? Adult life, rather. So I wasn't in the club scene. I wasn't out drinking. I rarely drank alcohol. And when I say rarely, I mean less than 4 times a year. I was probably the equivalent of like most people's 12-year-old daughter as an adult. Okay, as a 27, 28, 29-year-old adult. I had absolutely no idea about the internet. I had never seen a pornography before. None of that. Nothing. My internet search history was about as bland as, a rice cake. Okay, we'll say that. I had no idea. Now they call a post-mortem, they call after death, after they kill you. What do they mean by that? What do they mean by killing you? They mean they engage you in such behaviors that they can, with good faith, put you in a grouping of people that they refer to as post-mortem, AD, dead people that they don't consider regular members of society, people that they consider to be like contagious or deviant or what have you. And there are different levels of classification of these people, and not everyone dabbles their foot into this classification and then says, oh God, that's scary, and runs like I did. Most people, a lot of people, don't have an anchor to the real world. You guys see this J scar on my hand? On my thumb? I couldn't make this up if I tried. I didn't do it to myself, they did it to me. So they put these people, what happened was a small percentage of people fell into this group, this deviant group. And they started to find that because there was no forgiveness for this group, because there were no strategies or policies in place that would allow this group to learn from their mistakes and reel it back in, that this group was not eating, that they were getting shut out by the world, that they had made these mistakes, and that they were being placed into little boxes where they could no longer survive. They were having trouble finding work. They were having trouble finding friends or social circles. They were not exposed to any sort of opportunity. They were not able to do anything. So these kill teams that were intentionally created, they were put into place to expose people, innocent people, to all of these deviant ideas, philosophies, and teachings, so that you would start using your Google bar. You jump on your phone and go Google and search something that would qualify you, or a series of things, because there's no one thing that qualifies you. If you've done fraud from your device before, if you've searched certain porns before, if you frequent certain websites, for firearms purchase or any of the dark web, you fall into this category. And here's the thing, because of biometrics, it doesn't matter if you get a new phone. It doesn't matter if you get a new IP address. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So because the thinkers in our group, in our country, in our, the disruptors, they said to themselves, well, drats, we seem to have fallen into this category. If they're not going to let us out of this box, we're just going to fill this fucking box up, pardon my French. So they start intentionally targeting other people like myself, vanilla, mother of 3, never going out, never, having weird, intimate connections, very, very basic with regards to home life and, the types of activities I participated in. I was a perfect target for them. And in a matter of a year or two, they turned my entire demographic characteristics and any words that you could use to describe me or my hobbies or my employment or my income, in under 2 years, they found a way to put me into this box. And they're not just doing it to me, they're doing it to you and your husband and your wife and your daughter and your son and everyone. And the reason for doing so is because no one is opening the lid and letting them out of the box. So as I said, they want to fill the box up. They want to fill that box up. And biometrics, it doesn't matter how many IP addresses you get. It doesn't matter where you go, where you live. What are you going to do? You're going to go off grid? It's so funny when they say that. You're going to go off grid for how long? How long will you poop into a hole in the forest? It's not sustainable, you guys. And I know you hate to hear that, but we live in 2024. You can't live here off the grid. You can't. Maybe for a week, maybe for a month, maybe for a year if you're really, really, giving it a good go. But even for those people who think they're off the grid for a year, you're not. You're not. You're not. Who's heard of satellite imagery? Hit the like if you've heard of satellite imagery. Like. Who's used Google Maps before? Hit the like button if you've used Google Maps before. Google Maps. Have you guys heard of Google Maps? Have you guys ever Googled your own address? Go do it. Google Maps your own address. I promise you will virtually be standing on your doorfront like that in a few seconds, as long as it takes you to type it out. There is no such thing as living off the grid anymore. There is no such thing as living in hiding anymore. Literally, unless you dig a hole and hide in it, you will be found if someone is looking.
They also have thermal view. Thermal view meaning they can see through walls.
All of that. It's real. Oh, God. I don't know why I've been letting my shoulders slouch. It hurts my spinal. Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, you guys, look at this bed that I bought for Weston before everything happened. It's called a Nest. Isn't it cute? I got this print. I pray and pray and pray that by the next time we go to court, he gets to come home, because enough is enough, I'm a grown-up, capable, competent. I have human rights, or I'm supposed to. What else is going on, you guys? What else? What else should we talk about? What else should we talk about? What else should we talk about? Private jets. We need private jets. We need 5 private jets. We need 5 private jets. 5 private jets, right there. 5 private jets, please. Please send 5 private jets, you guys. Or a cowboy hat. Or an elephant trunk with ears. I've never seen that one before.
Or 5 Lana Del Reyes.
They don't have that. They don't have that. I'm going to read something from the Bible real quick.
Point break scenes.
This is for everyone in my comments feed who is mean and rude. It's for everyone in my comments feed who is supportive and loving. It's for me. Father God, we repent. Have mercy upon us, O Lord, according to your loving kindness, according to the multitude of your tender mercies. Blot out our transgressions, wash us thoroughly from our iniquity, and cleanse us from our sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is always before me. Against you, you only I have sinned, and done this evil in your sight, that you may be found just when you speak, and blameless when you judge. Behold, I was brought forth in iniquity, and in sin my mother conceived me. Behold, you desire truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part you will make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me hear joy and gladness, that the bones you have broken may rejoice. Hide your face from my sins, and blot out my iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me away from your presence, and do not take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me your generous spirit. Then I will teach transgressors your ways, and sinners shall be converted to you. Deliver me from the guilt of bloodshed, O God, the God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of your righteousness. O Lord, open my lips, and my mouth shall show forth your praise. For you do not desire sacrifice, or else I would give it. You do not delight in burnt offering. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and contrite heart. These, O God, you will not despise. Do good in your good pleasure to Zion. Build the walls of Jerusalem. Then you shall be pleased with the sacrifices of righteousness, with burnt offering and whole burnt offering. Then they shall offer bulls on your altar. Amen to everyone. Expect the extraordinary where pleasant surprises never stop. Flowers and Love. That was a reading from the New King James Version of the Holy Bible. Okay? And this Bible is available on Amazon for $4.99. There's also a free Bible. If you guys want a Bible, Google free Bible. They're sending out Bibles for free. If you want a free Bible, Google free Bible. New King James Version, they're sending out free Bibles. That was Psalm chapter 51, verses 1 through 19, a prayer of repentance. A prayer of repentance. So it's 4th of July. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing for 4th of July? Sending private jets? Private jets for 4th of July. We have a subscription and a goal. A subscription. You want everything. Yes, that's true. So does everyone. Everyone wants everything that they... Woo! Thank you! You guys saw that? I love that. Fantastic. We got the elephant ears. Babe, we got the elephant ears. Woo! Fantastic. That's great. Thank you so much. Going to see Xavier. We have a modeling gig.
Really? For what for?
I don't know.
For cover girls?
I don't know. I hope someone meet. Nope, don't say that, Heather. 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 Oh, that's so funny.
Could be a movie role.
I wish the same compassion and kindness to you and your family that you show to me and mine. If you are nefariously planning to meet with my husband, I hope the same compassion and kindness to you and your wife, significant other, etc., and so forth. And that's all I'll say about that. That's all I'll say about that. That's all I'll say about that. What are your guys' favorite shows to watch on TV? What are your guys' favorite shows? I like Modern Family is my favorite. Big Bang Theory is my favorite. I always talk to you guys about the 5th of 5. Who knows what that means? Who knows what that means? Who has heard me talk about the 5th of 5? If you've heard me talk about the 5th of 5, like. Have you heard me talk about the 5th of 5, you guys? The 5th of 5? Jobs that I've applied to this week: Ulta, Apple Store. I've applied to the Genius Bar. Woo! Like. Starbucks I applied to last week or the week before. I've heard back from them nothing. Shout out to Sandpiper. You guys are the true con artists of the week. Con artist of the week, Sandpiper Entertainment Productions. Con artist of the week, Sandpiper Entertainment Productions. I want to shout them out because they've been incredibly ignorant. Sandpiper has offered me a position. Everyone who knows me knows, if you visited my LinkedIn, if you know me in real life, I have managed hundreds or worked of events, staffed them, managed them, or simply worked them, set up, takedown, face-to-face contact, direct sales, brand ambassador, trade show modeling, all of that, product demos. And I was approached by a brand called Sandpiper Productions. and they asked me to join their team as a team of brand ambassadors, product samplers, and I was so grateful. I said, thank you so much. I would love that opportunity. I filled out all of my information, providing them with sensitive information like social security number, name, phone number, email, address, etc., and so forth. And they sent me a text message back and they said, you're hired. We love it. We love your energy. We love your profiles. We love your resume. You're hired. You've got a job with us. Right now, the only other promo and brand ambassador work that I'm doing is with Push Elite Models. Push Elite Models. Push Elite Models. That is an app that you can download. They have numerous opportunities. And that's the only active account that I have at this time, besides my own independent, private, booked events. Sandpiper Productions sent me an onboarding, sent me, you're hired. They sent me all of the paperwork that needed to be completed. They sent me all of the policy. Events are 3 hours long. You get a preloaded debit card, or you load the debit card yourself. You use said debit card to purchase the product, whether it's a bottle of alcohol, whether it's, whatever it is, sampling for. You bring your own table. You wear all black or jeans and a sweater. And you product sample, you demo sample. So I was very grateful. You guys know I'm pumping breast milk for my son. I'm breastfeeding. Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, I'm commuting back and forth to the suburbs to visit with my son and breastfeed. So a 3-hour gig that I can schedule when I have time in the evenings after my visits, or on the days when I'm not in visits. That was ideal. That was fantastic. I was so happy to have access to that opportunity. Filled everything out, ordered my black leggings, got some black shirts, asked, for assistance with the table and the cups and all of the things that I needed. And lo and behold, scheduled the actual face-to-face for next steps, and they no-showed. It was a Zoom. They no-showed. Sandpiper no-showed. They no-showed. So I, as a respectful, kind, and forgiving soul, messaged them and said, hey, did you guys forget about me? I was scheduled for 10 a.m. this morning. I cleared my schedule. I had therapy scheduled. I had court-ordered services scheduled. I had, individual, responsibilities that I do that are not being mandated by anyone else that I like to do, and, things of that nature. And I said, I was available and ready. My makeup was on. I was in my best spirits, and I was ready to go. Private jets, we need 5 private jets. And you know what they said? They said, we will schedule. We're so sorry that no one got to you. You should reschedule, and we'll do it again tomorrow. And I said, all right, no problem. I forgave them. I said, no problem. Absolutely. I scheduled for the next day. The next day comes. I'm scheduled for 2 p.m. Guess what happened? Who knows what happened? Who knows? Who knows what happened? They canceled, they no-showed, they did not show up. What the heck? I've talked about this before, I'll talk about it again. We are living in an age where no one has to suffer. No one has to suffer. No one has to suffer. No one. Do you have a message?
A message? Shout out to Patrick Swayze.
So anyhow, they did not call me back. They did not show up. And then they had the audacity to ask me to reschedule again. You fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, well, they did fool me twice. But there will not be a third time for tomfoolery. So, they stink. And I forgive them, but they stink. Sandpiper, you stink. I was really looking forward to the opportunity to be doing these live product demos. I know that I have the energy, the charisma, the attitude to really bring a whole lot of life and entertainment to these environments. And I pray that God disposed of that opportunity because there is a more well-qualified opportunity on the horizon. That is what I pray. What's going on in the comments? Wait, was this the fake check company? No, that was a different one, you guys. I still have that check too, by the way. That was a different one. So that was a scheme that's been going on for about 10 years now, where most of the time they're scouting for people through social media, and they hire people to work in a remote capacity as an executive assistant or personal assistant. Now, here's the kicker. 1 in maybe like 6 or 7 of these jobs are real. So Northwestern themselves have remote opportunities for customer service and assistant positions. I have myself hired an assistant, a curating assistant. It wasn't remote, but I've hired an assistant. There are many companies that actually hire remote assistants. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I'll be right back to this. What's remote? What's remote NDub? What's remote NDub? What is remote NDub, you guys? What is remote NDub? Remote NDub. What is that? Remote NDub. What is that? I've never heard of that. I'd love to do that. Anyways, what I was saying was there are so many of these executive positions, executive assisting and personal assisting positions that are not real. And so I love to humor myself with them. I love to, go back and forth with them. I use my best professional voice when they say to me, so Heather, a lot of them are actually African. I wish I could do my African. And they're bogus, though, for always doing them as Africans. The last 2 or 3 have been as Africans. They're so bogus for that. They come in all shapes and sizes and colors, but a lot of them have been Nigerian, the last 2 or 3. And they say to me, so Heather, we would like for you to take this check immediately and go to cash this check in your account. And once you cash against this check in your account, then you send to us the sum of $2,000. And I'm like, for sure, I'm down for the job. I am the #1 assistant you could get. I got you. Send the check. And I give them the address. They send the check. The check arrives. I look at the check. Well, the check looks suspicious, but I'm dedicated to this. Let's go. Now, I'm going to open a business account, okay? I'm not a dummy, but I'm going to open a business account with cash, okay? This is risk-free. If I open a business account under my own name and just do a mobile deposit on the check, it might clear, it might, but it's also going to fuck over my name. So we're not doing that in 2024. In 2024, we're going to the currency exchange. We're cashing the check in the currency exchange. We're letting the currency exchange take all of the liability, take all of the risk, and then if they cash that check, we're taking the cash to the bank. We're opening a business account. We're putting the cash in the business account, and then we're transferring that money right back to where it's supposed to go. We're proving ourselves reliable. We're proving ourselves trustworthy, and we're not being dummies in 2024. But we're also not missing out on any opportunity in 2024. Period. If you scammers have not figured out how you can open a bank account using a CPN without causing a person to screw over their own credit, well then shame on you. Shame, know your name. Don't you dare scam innocent people anymore in 2024. It is 2024. You open a bank account with a CPN, you can do so virtually, and you cash your checks that way. You don't get some innocent, dummy like Heather, some innocent mom who's being exploited already and say, hey, we're going to help you. We know you're homeless and hungry and you need the assistance. We're going to help you. And then end up screwing that person over. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. You don't do that. No. You scam in a way that does not screw innocent people over, or scam none at all. Don't scam at all then. If you can't scam in a way that isn't hurting the innocent, then you don't scam at all. right? So anyhow, no, I haven't had another opportunity like that, but I do love those. I love acting all professional with them. I get right back into my Northwestern jive and I start telling them, yes, Mr. Or let's say it's a lady, because Xavier gets jealous of the gentleman who I've worked with. Let's say it's a lady. Let's call her Miss McPherson. Yes, Miss McPherson, thank you so much for your inquiry. I will be getting on that urgently. You can expect the deposit to be made between 6 and 7 p.m. this evening. It's 4 p.m. now, and I will let you know once the task has been completed. I hope you're having a great day. It's been a pleasure working with you. You know, as much as they try to con artist me, as much as they want me to believe that they are proper and businesslike and savvy and world travelers, well, me too, bro. Samesies. I love those. Absolutely love those. If anyone has any personal assisting jobs, jobs, jobs. On Instagram, it's a GoPro Solo Production. The email address is Coco, C-O-C-O, GoPro Solo Production at gmail.com. Again, Coco, GoPro Solo Production at gmail.com, or on Instagram, you could use the DM, a GoPro Solo Production. For ethical influencers, you don't even have to be the ethical influencer. If you know of them, put them into my DM, tag their account, send me the information, please. I'd love to know of it. I'd love to support it, and I'd love to contribute to that, and do creative for those sorts of purposes, etc. and so forth. But going back to scamming, you guys, you know what the solution to scamming is? I know you already know what I'm gonna say. If you know me, what am I gonna say? What's the solution to scamming, you guys? Xavier.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Solution to scamming?
Yeah, what's the solution to scamming?
The blockchain.
Not what I was gonna say. Next. Anyone know? Who knows? Solution to scamming. Who knows?
Added surveillance.
No, it's not working. Here, listen, guys. Okay, and I know this is not working. Here, listen, guys. Okay, and I know this is gonna challenge a lot of you to think outside of your privileged existence. And let me be patient and kind with you and delicate with you. Your mommies and daddies taught you that if you just get a job, you'll be okay. But guess what? There's an entire demographic of people in the world and the United States that prove that's not always true. Okay? So what you have to do now is you have to get out of your normal reference, put your eyes in the eyes of someone else. Take the perspective of someone who's been applying desperately for years, or someone who has made a mistake in their past and maybe has a felony, or someone who doesn't have the skill set to get a job. Put yourself in their position and understand, okay, that most people, if they're doing something naughty, it's because they don't know a better way, or a better way does not exist for them. There is no one who wants to be on the run from the authorities. There is no one who wants to harm others. People do these things because they can't find another way. So what's the solution that Heather is saying is the only solution? What's the solution? Xavier's not the solution. What's the solution? Okay, I'll tell you. 5 private jets. The solution is... Xavier, can I have a drum roll, please?
That's a good...
Drum roll, please.
That's a good answer.
Drum roll, please. Universal basic income! And the crowd goes wild. And that's the solution.
I think I'm the solution.
right, you guys, I'm done with my live today. I'm really, really grateful for the elephant, for the roses, for the gummy bears, for everything that you guys sent. I love you so much. Thank you for all of that. I absolutely love receiving those gifts. We did not get any private jets today, and we need 5. We need 5 private jets. So I want to thank you guys for what you did send. It means the world to me. I'm super, super duper grateful. We will recharge and reconvene for another live, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. We'll see how we're feeling. I have a busy, busy day for production today. I need to speak on some other subjects, and this is my inside the house dress. I wear it like only inside mostly. I wear it outside once, but for the most part I wear it as like a nightgown, or like, you know, when I go outside I feel like the clothes get dirty just from being outside, so I like to have like an outfit for that's just inside, and I shoot a lot of content in it, so I'm finding that
we're Hollywood producers.
I just want to mix it up. I want to shoot some more content. I want to offer some more perspective. I'm gonna check on the kids. I always harass my children first thing in the morning at like 6 a.m. and it's summer vacation, so my kids are like, nah, I'm sleeping. Don't message me. Don't call me until afternoon. But you know, it's my job. It is my job. I want to be that. I want to fill that gap. You know, whatever that little hole is inside of us that makes it so that we could be easily manipulated when people text message us first thing in the morning and say, "Good morning, beautiful. How are you?" I want to do that for my children so they don't need anyone else to do that for them. You know what I mean? I want to be that good morning text in my children's life every morning. I want to be that I love you and I'm here for you text in their life every morning. So anyhow, we're gonna get off of the live for a while and work on some other things. I hope that someone somewhere took something positive from this live. That is the goal every live. Even if it's me. I have jumped on here before when I was really sad, and you guys have cheered me up. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time.